It's gonna be fun tonight. Tetanonola, Yeah, this song, I have to choose it to dance again. Now, good. Yes, this song is saying, wake up from sleep. It's time to wake up. And I agree. It's absolutely time to wake up. So let's see what the family is saying. Isn't it? This kind of song is really, really good. Faith, Mama the dancer. Hi, Faith. How are you? Wow! 847 views. That is absolutely amazing. Frank said, you too sabi dance, abeg. Frank, I dance with my left leg today. I'm loving tonight's show. It's very traditional in every aspect, music and dressing. Absolutely. I decided to tie my wrapper to represent our grandma. Yeah, we are all, look, that is one thing we need to know. Age is inevitable. But let's continue. Let's continue. Chi, please share on your WhatsApp. I always now have to share on the WhatsApp before I begin. Thank you very much, Chi. And you dance well, ma. Thank you very much. I want to know how is the volume. I have my file on here. I don't know how is the volume. Let me know, family members, how is the volume on review day? Music, no. On review day, music, no one. I don't know what that means. How is the volume? Nice. Do you mean good volume? The volume is okay. Please, tonight is going to be super duper interactive. Trust me. We are starting with Dementia Not Witchcraft Part 4. Someone is like, are we still on dementia? I said, I don't think I will stop talking about dementia in a hurry. This is because dementia is in-house, yet least talked about and least understood. Absolutely. Dementia is in-house, yet it is the least talked about topic, illness, and is the least understood. And not just that, it's also because our mothers, especially older adults in particular, are all being a kind of misunderstood. Their dementia presentation is taken for, in some cases, in very mild cases, madness. And in the worst case scenario, they are being butchered, burnt alive because of disease that they have that is not their fault. They are being termed witches or mad people, and they are being slaughtered in public. Why will I stop talking about dementia? Until and unless I am certain that we are ready to do the outreach with all the information we are sharing, then I will say, let's look at another topic. As I said earlier, tonight will be very engaging and very, very interactive. Very engaging and very interactive. And just like school, we are going to, let me bring up Professor Temitope. Yes, I'm bringing up Professor Temitope. What's wrong with his network? It's quite dark. Professor, I don't know if others can see you. Professor? Okay, I will leave him for now. Professor, you may need to go out and come back. Let's see if it's resolved. It's still not resolved. So, as I said earlier, tonight will be very interactive. The line will be open up for family members to call in and then share a lot of information. However, one thing we want to do tonight in tonight's talk show, just like in schools, we want to look at the societal views. We've been talking about dementia. Now we want to hear from you, the family members on the ground. What is the societal views and responses to people living with dementia? Professor, please, if you can hear me, can you go out and come back? I've been bringing you up. I don't know if it's from me or if it's from yourself. Go out and try to come back in again, then I'll bring you up. Yes, so we are trying to look at societal views and responses to people with living with dementia. And we will also attempt to break common myths, and also we want to ensure that family members become dementia friendly. This will now equip us to do our outreach and sensitization to the whole nation or the whole globe, depending on where we are. We have to do a lot of sensitization of dementia. Yes, I think Dr. Temitope is struggling to come in. Fantastic. That is it. So here tonight with me to deliver the topic on dementia is your one and only IOM Professor Dr. Temitope. Hey, yes. Do you want to say hello to the family members while I look at what they are saying? Please be tagging, be sharing. That's fantastic. Dr. Temitope, do you have something to say? You're muted. I think you're struggling. Okay.
My destiny is in my hand.
Absolutely.
And in our mind, always in my mind.
Absolutely.
The most joyful and the most pleasant place to be is in our Mind Talk show. The happiest people on earth. And it's a pleasure to be here tonight. I'm glad seeing you all. Thank you.
Fantastic. So before we start, Professor, because what we are doing is a lot of, we are talking about a disease. I don't know what's wrong with Professor's network. I want to say a disclaimer. This information, every information we are sharing online here, both the videos we are playing, we do not have is not ours. Some are gotten from the internet. But what I'm trying to say is whatever we are delivering to you guys is basically for information and awareness purposes. We are not in any way or in any form diagnosing or trying to replace the medical support you go. We advise you, if you're extremely worried and you feel somehow you could have dementia or someone you know may have dementia, we are not going to diagnose them online because we have very short time to do so, and we may not be very the experts in the field. However, we'll say go to your doctor and seek for diagnosis, proper assessment, because it entails a lot of drug tests, a lot of blood tests, a lot of scans, and a lot of interview for you to be properly diagnosed. So, with no further ado, let me see what the family members are saying. Wow, Bukola Sunday, you've changed your profile picture. Chichi is on her tagging spray. Oluwakemi, how are you, my darling? Yes, Christopher, in our mind, always in my mind. Absolutely. So we have to start. We have a whole lot at the backstage for you guys. So we want to quickly play a short video on dementia. We want, Dr. Temitope, are you with us? Okay. We want to quickly play a short video because, as I said earlier, we are looking at the societal views, which entails societal understanding of the term dementia. We want to know how our African community, their understanding of dementia. And also later in the show, we will look at the responses. So now we want to see whether they understand the term dementia. And we'll also say to you, if you have shown interest, start to also get ready to call us and let us know what you thought about dementia before this talk show and currently. But before then, let us play this video on dementia. Thank you.
Anybody will if you answer question where I want, I will give her this money. Any of you now if you answer this question, where I want ask, I will give her this money. What is dementia? Dementia. What is dementia? If any of you will tell me what dementia is, I will give her this money.
Very good.
You can stand well, stand well. Dementia. Nobody. No, that's also the question I want to ask. Dementia. Una no fit talk. Okay. Since una no fit talk, make I play this ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. And I will tell you the answer. Give me the ball. I don't ask. Now only one question I came to ask you. Only one question. One question, just one. Have you heard about dementia? Dementia, you've not heard about dementia. Okay. Have you heard about dementia before?
Dementia.
Dementia. Okay. Jamal, how you doing?
I'm good, sir.
How's the work?
Fine, sir.
All right, my name is Chintalk from In Our Mind Talk Show page on Facebook. I work with a beautiful woman called Nurse Angel. She is the one championing the page alongside with the entire family members. So I am here to ask you some few questions. Have you heard about dementia before?
Dementia.
Dementia. Brother, what about you?
Dementia, not really, but I know it has to do with something like a sickness, right? I don't know.
All right. Dementia has to do with loss of memory, the gradual loss of memory in humans. And it mostly happens in older people. But the younger generation too, it happens to them.
See, my dad had the same issue,
Okay.
lossing of memory.
What are the signs you saw that you said he has the issue?
You can give him something to eat now. In the next 5 minutes, he's going to forget that you gave him something to eat. And you can easily go outside to come back home. It's another problem.
You're looking for the house.
You're looking for where it belongs, where it's going. So those are the challenges we are having.
And the last time,
Almost 3 to 4 years now. I've been noticing gradually.
Okay. So what our advice is, you should follow the page. You'll get to know about dementia because Nurse Angel brings people that are specialists in that field to discuss it. And you get to know how to even take care of people with such kind of issue. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes.
Yes, we are back. Dr. Temitope, we are back. So let me see what the family members are saying. Chigozie said amazing. Maribel, I say Maribel. Mabel said thank you, Victoria. I think probably Victoria invited her. So we want to call certain family members that have indicated interest to come and say their knowledge or understanding of dementia prior to this program. So right now we are going to start a calling session. We want to start a calling session, as I said, Professor Temitope. This is going to be an interactive section. Okay, we have one on the line. Hold on, let me put the speaker on so every other family member will hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Fantastic. I think you're very loud and clear. Please, can you introduce yourself and tell us quickly, because we want to do like the universities do. We've been talking. This is the 4th week of our presentation on dementia. So we want to take a break and ask the family members, what did you know before this topic? And what do you know currently since we started talking about dementia? And please introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Abraham Olabimbe.
Okay.
First of all, I'm really glad and I appreciate the fact that I was part of this show, and for making me to do this. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay.
And our mind always in my mind, and my destiny is in my hand.
Fantastic.
Before now, prior to this time, I didn't know what dementia is. I've not come across that word before, but this platform opened my eyes to see what dementia is, and I'm really grateful for it. So, dementia to me, at least with everything that we have come across, for those people that came, starting from Nurse Stacy, Professor Temitope, and the likes, and Nurse Angel herself, the things I gathered from them, it makes me to realize what dementia is. Loss of memory, forgetfulness, and all other things. For me, I can say, are you with me, ma'am?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, we are listening.
Okay, ma'am.
You're very loud and
All right.
clear. Go on.
All right. So for me, I can say maybe because of the symptoms, because of the things I have learned from the platform.
First of all, Abraham, did you know what dementia was prior to this talk show?
No, I didn't know what dementia was. I have not come across it before. It was this platform that makes me to know. It was this platform that opened my eyes to that word dementia. I have not come across it before.
Fantastic. So currently, having watched and listened to us, can you relate? Do you have any reflection, or do you understand what dementia is?
Yes, at least to my little knowledge, and to coupled with the fact with what I learned on this platform, I think I know what dementia is. When we talk about loss of memory, forgetfulness, and why did I say so is because I'm a living experience. I'm a living testimony.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Go on.
So let me start with this. Before I got married, before I started giving birth,
okay,
I can say I have like 60 plus contacts, even up to 100 if I'm not exaggerating it. Contacts on my head. Like I can write it down without even
when you say contacts, you mean phone numbers?
Yes, people's number. Yes, ma'am. So I have it on my head, like on my I have it on my head. But the moment I start giving birth, the moment I gave birth to my first child, I discovered even to write 10 numbers down offhand, it was a very, very difficult task for me. Even that time, my fiancé, that is my husband now, he was like, I can even go and study statistics that is going to help me with the way I have a lot of numbers on my head. Like I can work with numbers, like statistics deals with numbers. I can do that. But the moment I started giving birth, I realized for me to even remember 10 numbers of people, it's very difficult. And aside from number things, the moment maybe I'm having a discussion with somebody, if you are not hammering on it, maybe in the next 30 minutes, I've forgotten the things that we just finished discussing in the next 30 minutes. But if to say it's something that it's been hammered on, or that is being laid, that emphasis is being laid on, I can still remember. But if to say it's something that is not being hammered on, maybe we just have a discussion, normal. Before you know it, I've forgotten. So I'll still be asking myself that what is the thing we just discussed now? So I think with that, if I'm not mistaken with that, I think I have the signs and symptoms of a dementia, of a dementia patient.
Wow, is that not too harsh, too quick, and at least self diagnosis? First of all, like I would say,
I came to conclusion maybe because of the things I've learned on the platform.
Okay.
That was why I came to that conclusion.
Okay.
I might not be correct, but maybe because of the things I came across, the things I've learned. So that is what makes me to maybe come to that conclusion that I'm a dementia patient.
Can I ask you, apart from you, we are going to talk about you, but since you started by, I wanted to know if you had a knowledge about dementia, but you self-diagnosed yourself. But apart from you, do you have, like, just for the benefits of information purposes, any family member that suffered dementia that you know about?
Okay. I happened not to meet any of my grandparents, and it was so very it was something I didn't really like.
Okay.
But to talk of my mother,
Yeah.
an incident happened of recent.
Okay.
My sister wanted to come to my side because she stays with her for now. So she wanted to come to my side to pay me a visit. So she told us she'll be coming to my side. They've had a prior discussion concerning it before. So she told us she'll be going to my place. She'll be coming to my place. Before you know it, my mom was like, "Why did you say you were going the other time?" She said, "I told you I'm going to my sister's place." And I think that was not enough. The next minute again, she was still like, "Why did you say you were going to again, Seth?" And that one was like, "Actually, I told you that I'm going to my sister's place." Before, so that was one that calmed her down that, sorry, I've forgotten. I might be no sorry. So, with that thing that it was when she came to my place that she was not telling me. I was not like, hope she's not suffering from dementia too. Because that one too is more or less like forgetfulness, loss of memory.
Okay.
To me,
so
that's what
quickly,
counted it.
because I want to, a lot of people indicated interest to speak.
Okay,
Abraham, can I ask you, is Abraham Ola, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Ola, can I ask you, apart from your mom asking repeatedly within a short period of time, which is one of the symptoms, but not enough anyway, is there any other significant thing you think she's done? Although you said she's living with your sister, you may not know, but is there any other significant thing you think she has done that made you to also quickly say she could have dementia?
Well, for now, I don't really think there's
Okay.
anything.
That's fine.
Maybe if she asked, maybe I can't really say because I'm not staying with her.
Okay, that's fine.
So I don't think she has any other thing aside from the fact that she forgets things.
Or is this something she does on a daily basis?
Ma?
Is this something your mom does on a daily basis?
No, it's not really on a daily basis. That's maybe once in a while, like
All
the one
right.
that happened that day.
Let's leave your mom because, again, remember, you don't live with her. It's your sister that gave you this information. That is not enough. It's like you said, it's not regular. She may be asking to know if she's really going to your house or is she going to somewhere else, or she may be forgetting, and a whole lot of things could cause someone to forget as well. But let's talk about you. You said you used to have a lot of numbers, like 100 contact numbers in your head, but right now you find it difficult to write 10. And also you need to hammer something, hammer, before you remember. I don't know if Professor wants to speak on that, but one thing I want to say to you quickly is that, first of all, numbers is a very complicated figures. For you to have stored 100 numbers in your head, you are extremely good in yourself. I don't know any human being. I have not, apart from my phone number. I don't know my husband's number. I don't know my son's number. I don't know all the numbers. I just memorized mine only. So you just said you had 100, and after giving birth, you find out that you only remember 10. Again, part of the question that we ask you is it numbers you call on a daily basis or once in a while? You sit down, look, Ola, numbers are very complicated. It's a complicated things to carry on your head and remember, especially if you're not using it constantly on a daily basis regularly as you used to. Maybe during childbirth, there is something else, like you may have lost some vitamins in you, because childbearing, sometimes you could lose some vitamins, vitamin B12 and other things you need to replace. Or check yourself, try and see if you can rule out UTI, do some blood tests and do some scans as well. But if you're figuring out 100 numbers in your head that you used to remember, you remember 10, I think it's good. I know you're judging yourself based on your performance, but as long as you are even able to remember numbers at all, then I don't know why you're worried you don't have 100 numbers in your head. And you should also know that as we grow, we do things, give birth, some hormones are affected. Also, I want to say to you, you say people need to hammer things, hammer, for you to remember. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You have children now, which you did not have before now. You have kids. How many kids do you have?
2, ma'am.
How old are they? The period you're talking about.
Okay, 4, 2.
4, 2. So since you gave birth to the first or the second one, when did you start noticing you need to hammer things to you?
Yes, I didn't get that, ma'am.
When did you start noticing you need a lot of concentration to remember things?
It was after I gave birth to my firstborn.
Okay, look, so as I say, childbirth can affect some hormones, like some vitamins as well need to be replaced and all that things. However, even having a child in itself is a lot of concentration. You need to concentrate to care for your child. Your child may be your priority as well. Sometimes, if we are absent-minded, especially when you're thinking of the food, this, change your baby's diaper, do this, people are telling you other things. You may not really concentrate as you used to concentrate when you're single. If you're talking to me about numbers, having stored a lot of numbers, now not remembering it, figures, complicated things to even store. You have remembered a lot. And you said they need to hammer. Meaning it could be that apart from the fact that when we are growing, some of our cognition start to degenerate little percent that is not even very, very obvious. However, if they hammer it and you remember, it's even good enough. Unless and until your forgetfulness or inability to remember things is affecting your daily living. For instance, you forget that phone numbers are to be used to call. You use phone numbers to type things, thinking, using things you're supposed to, maybe you're supposed to warm your baby milk. You now put your shoes in the microwave to warm. Then you should be worried. But if you need a lot of information to be hammered on you to remember, then I will say that you may be absent-minded. You may be very, very busy with the children, more tasks, more responsibility, a whole lot of things going on that you need to write down things sometimes for remembering purposes. However, if you are really, really disconcerted, Abraham, if you are really, really concerned, I would say, please go seek medical attention.
All right, ma'am.
Please go seek medical attention, because what you just said to me is normal. It's not. If you had come to me to say something like, do you know sometimes I leave my child, I forget I even have a child. We are worried now. You understand? We will be now worried.
Yes,
and a whole lot of, sometimes, even with childbirth, you have something called postnatal depression, where you're not very interested and focus on things, PTSD and other things. Or, like I said, check your blood, do some blood tests, see your hormones, check your vitamins, and so on. I think you need to go back to the page. I don't honestly think you are I will not really diagnose you, but to say check with your doctor if you're really
All right.
worried. But what you just said, I think you're a genius myself. I think you're a genius. So I think other people
Thank you,
have been
Mom.
calling. Yeah. Go to the page. Your mommy's case, you honestly don't have full information regarding your
Yes,
mother.
yes,
So
yes.
one thing I'm happy about is you are now aware. Okay, another person is calling. Duchess. Hello, Duchess. You called directly. Duchess, let me call you back. Yeah, I don't want you to finish your credit.
All right, Mom.
So, sponsor, I think Khadija, a lot of people are calling. I promise to call Duchess back. Dr. Temito, do you have anything to say?
In our mind, always in my mind.
Yeah.
My destiny is in my head.
Yes.
Honestly, every day I need each person to understand. Try to add value to yourself. What a good narrative, a good story to share, that we keep learning every day. Please open your mind to learning. Do not cease to learn. Take a good example of your discovery. And the teacher will say, if you refuse to discover, you will not recover. So you discover to recover. So in an avenue like this, you are here to discover a very whole lot of knowledge that will enhance your personality, build up your health value. You have better and a healthier life than you ever think. What a good time to learn. I'm glad I'm with Nurse Angel tonight. Also hoping to hear more. Please understand, I'm also learning from each of your contributions at the course of the event. Thank you all.
Hello?
Fantastic. So we have another caller on the line. Please,
Hello?
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, she has just got cut off. I think I saw a lot of calls are coming in. Let me try her once again. She called me directly, and I said to her that I wanted to call her back. Let me try and see if she will pick again. I think this dementia stuff also affect pregnant. Tragedy, a lot of things affect the memory. Dementia can only arise if it is very permanent and progressive. And if you rule out pregnancy, UTI, some
Okay.
infections. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Fantastic. Can you speak louder as well so others can hear you?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, ma'am.
Correct.
I can hear you.
Fantastic. Can you share your story? You were calling me directly. What story do you want to share with the family?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Duchess Midegu. In our mind, always in our mind. So I'd like to talk about my grandma,
Okay.
though she's in Wari now.
Okay.
Then I was the days of we have to come to Ibadan. They have not met her before.
Can
So
you
we
speak?
came
Can
back
you
to
speak
Ibadan.
louder? Speak louder and clearly, please.
Okay, I came to Ibadan from Lagos then to meet my grandmother with my siblings. So on getting to Ibadan, we noticed some strange behaviors in her. Like she didn't even recognize my mom and her sisters. She didn't recognize them. We thought maybe she was having one issue or the other. And apart from that, she was not really accommodating. Then she does not even the things you told her yesterday, she won't remember it today again. She's having difficulty in communicating with people. And then we're like she was being mean or she was just like that, just behaving like that. They didn't tell us anything until they took us to worry them to take care of. So what I'm trying to say is that until the topic was treated, I think in the last 3 weeks or so, that was when I later get to know that what was happening to her was dementia. because you explained the symptoms and everything, and the things matched together. Because every symptom she was feeling, there was everything they listed during the topic on the group then. So that's what I have to say.
Your grandma, you said she lives in Warri or something, and I heard you say something about
Yes,
she's not accommodating. And I also heard you say that she's
yes,
very forgetful. Even if you tell her things recent, she
yes.
forgets.
She does not remember things. Even the things you tell her in the morning, by evening she cannot remember it again. And she has problem recognizing people
Does she
like
remember
that.
her own
So
children?
no at all. Even at my mom and her sisters, she does not recognize them.
That is it. That's fine. So how well you said she's not accommodating? Was she aggressive? What do you mean she's not accommodating? And what
No,
was your own
no, she was.
reaction towards her or other
I was
people's reaction?
no, 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 I was myself and my siblings we were feeling irritated. Like, why would she be like that? Like, why would she not be accommodating? Because we are grandchildren, so we're feeling somehow, we're feeling bad like that. So,
Yes, so you
oh,
felt bad. I understand you. Professor, do you have something to say? Thank you for sharing. Go back to the page and listen in. We'll talk about what you just said because a lot of calls are coming in.
oh,
Professor, did you hear her? Do you have something to say? Professor? Oh, I think he's hooked. Anyways, what I want to say is this. Definitely, her grandmom's cases, it depends now on what kind of dementia does she have. She does not even recognize her own children. You see, that's why when the previous speaker was talking, she said she had 100 numbers or 50 numbers. She remembered 10 phone numbers. I know one, and she has the ability and capacity. I know she's checking herself based on herself, but again, she remembers numbers, she remembers everything. It's just because of childbirth, a lot of children crying. She has 2 under 5 and a whole lot of responsibility. But in this case, it's clear case. She can't even recognize her own daughter. She can't recognize her grandchildren. She can't remember things. She's not very accommodating. You will also remember, sponsor and Dr. Temitope, are you with me? Are you with me? You're struggling, Dr. Temitope. Can you unmute and let me know if you're with me? Yes, you're with me.
Yes,
So,
I'm with you.
yeah,
Yes,
I'm just
with you.
responding to the other lady. When we come to social issues, you can talk unless you want to respond. Let me know. So, for your grandma, I wanted to know more, but she indicated that they don't live together. So she said her grandma is not accommodating. She is not behaving well to them. I asked her, how was their own treatment to their grandma in terms of response or interaction? She said they are not happy with her grandma because she's not this and that. You see, let's be honest, in as much as they have memory loss, they still are human beings and they have some retained memory as well. They may lose certain memory and they may retain certain memory. In as much as she can remember that you are the daughter, we talked about this in previous cases. So to her, you're a stranger and you're a kind of intruding in her privacy. And one thing is your own reaction to her, you're angry with her. You're telling her, Grandma, why are you doing this? Grandma, why are you doing that? She will also be very combative with you. But if you are like, I don't blame you. Is it Duchess that called? Yes, I don't blame you because you didn't know her diagnosis. But nonetheless, I will want to use this opportunity to say to people, please, if you live with someone with dementia, living with dementia, or you know someone living with dementia, all they want is understanding, care and support. You know, you should, because you just sometimes they may need their own space. They don't know you. Just imagine as I'm sitting here. Okay, family, Just picture Nurse Angel. I'm here now talking. Someone opens this door, a strange face. I don't know who you are. You open the door, you come in, and you say, okay, Nurse Angel, try and remove your clothes. I will fight you. There is no two ways about it. I'm going to attack. I will want to protect myself. Who are you? It may be my son, but let's say that I forgot he's my son. I can't remember. I will see a tall person bigger than me coming into this place, asking me, maybe holding me. I will remove his hand. I don't want you to touch me. I don't know who you are. So sometimes that these people are aggressive, they are not accommodating, they are arrogant, they are this. It's also because of the way we intrude in their privacy. Number one, I understand. We don't really know their diagnosis. We don't really know. So we assume they know, but you just said to me, she can't recognize her daughter. If she can't recognize her daughter, what else is there? What else is there in terms of she'll be suspicious of you people in her house or where she is? Let me see what the family members are saying. Dr. Tenito, if you have something to say, I will also listen to you. Messi that said exactly, and Frank said frankly, exactly. Magdalene said, I am with you. Yeah, Chijoke, I saw your call. Rose Onuko said, no, Senji, I'm hearing you nice words. Your nice words, thank you. My lovely family, good. Where are you going to, Frank? Yes, Tochukwu, I also noticed that you indicated interest. I see a number of people have been calling. Let me call back one more call, then we go to another.
Your call can last up to 5 minutes. Your
fine.
subscription will be automatically renewed in 28 days. To
Chichi,
renew it
I will
now,
call you
press
back.
1
Let
or
me
wait to be
hear
connected.
let me hear, Chichi, I know you're calling. I will turn your phone off. Let me hear from Ilausu. She's been trying to call. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, it's ringing. Let's take one more call, then we go into the topic proper. I'm looking at time. Yeah. Aminat, thank you very much for this topic because I'm suffering from dementia. Aminat, what do you mean? Hello, who is on the line, please?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, we saw you trying to call. Who can you introduce yourself and let's know what you want to talk about?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Ilyasu Rashida.
Oh yeah, Ilausu. How are you, Ilausu?
I'm doing fine, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, good evening. What do you want to talk to us about?
Yeah, I just want to share my testimony.
Oh, good.
So far we started this topic, dementia. In fact, I have learned a lot. Dementia is a very educative topic that opened my eyes to many things. You know, before I don't really know what dementia is. Until the past 3 weeks, we started treating dementia, and I'm happy that I didn't miss any of these days that we have been treating it. Dementia, according to what we have been learning so far, that is it has to do with memory loss. So along the line, when we were treating the topic, I realized that even myself, I needed to take a good care of my health. Because yes, I related every of what we have discussed about this dementia with what is happening in my family. In fact, thank you, Nurse Angel, for this beautiful topic. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Yeah, go on quickly. Yeah.
Ma, for some people that are not online, I've been talking about my grandma.
Yeah.
I will keep on talking about this my grandma, because it is not everybody who are online. But now I think we have more viewers. So let me just quickly share my experience with grandma. Yes, the experience I had with my grandma. So my grandma happens to be a diabetes and hypertensive patient before she died. So, and you know, according to what I've learned so far, that two major factors that lead to dementia is a high blood pressure and a high level sugar. So, relating this with my grandma, when my grandma was alive, she fell sick, you know, and she was diagnosed for hypertension and diabetes. So she could not even recognize any of her children, even the nurses that are taking care of, even all the grandchildren. And so there are some things that she does, like she acts strange, you know. She's nagging, you know, and many things that she was doing then, we concluded that she's a witch.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, with the grandchildren, we concluded that she's a witch until my father noticed our behavior, that we are running away from her. So my father cautioned us, because my father loves his parents so much. So he cautioned us and told us that even if his mother is a witch, he gave birth to him and he gave it to us. So we don't have any reason to be, you know, running away from her. And before grandma died, she had stroke. Yes. So now there was a day you played a video for us, a video where an old woman is being stoned, beaten, and you know. I now said, okay, assuming my grandma is not having caring children, that is how my grandma is just going to walk out, and you know, they will beat her, or maybe she will suffer the same way the other woman suffered. Because you know the way she's behaving, nobody will know that she's suffering from dementia. Fantastic. Because I am 100% sure that she suffered from dementia. Look at all the symptoms. She had stroke. She had hypertension. Had diabetes. Even one of her legs was amputated.
Amputated? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Legs.
Wow.
Yes. Because of the diabetes, one of her legs.
Oh, I think I need to maybe recharge and call her back. So, Dr. Temitope, I know we've been listening. This is like very interactive. It's like you are a lecturer, you're a professor. What we are doing tonight is we are taking a break to hear a kind of essay writing. They are writing essay. They are telling us what they now know about dementia. She's calling back. I don't know if I should pick her call. Ilausu, you'll be paying a lot of money calling me directly.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll call you. Let me recharge and call you back. But okay, let me call you back. I can call you straight away. Let me call her back. She's really, really eager to finish her story. I can call her back. That's fine. So, do you have anything
You've run out of minutes, and your subscription will be renewed in 6 days. If you'd like to renew it.
Yeah, do you have anything to say, Dr. Temitope, so far? Do you have anything to say before we get Ilausu on?
Okay, yes, in our mind, always in my mind, my destiny is in my head. I'm glad beyond the quantity and the quality of the knowledge that each of you are sharing. I think it will be needful for us to begin to integrate certain variables, certain factors, certain indicators, so that our knowledge can be holistic and balanced. I think we can listen to her now.
Yeah, okay, continue. Just give us quickly, summarize it. It's almost 1 hour. Summarize it quickly. So we'll pick another 1 or 2 more calls. Yeah.
So I was saying all these things I've said. I now know that I have to take care of my health. Fantastic. Because my father had diabetes. He had high blood pressure. My grandma, the same thing. I need to take care of my health. Honestly, I need to.
On that note, did you do the North Angel Health Challenge ongoing? Did you do your test?
I've done it, ma'am.
Do you want to share your results or you want to keep it private?
Yeah, my result is here, ma'am. My BP is okay.
Okay.
My BP is 130/70.
Oh, that's fine.
So I want to read out the sugar. Okay. I have RBS. I don't know what that means. RBS 5.3.
Oh,
Yes.
if it's good. It's good. 5.3.
Okay.
Is it a fasting glucose?
Yes. I did not eat.
Okay, it's not that bad at all. It's not that bad. All right. Did you do cholesterol?
No, I've not done that.
Okay,
I've not done that.
That's fine. So far, your result is good. So far, but like I would say, you're on the board. I don't want to really say much, but what I'm going to say to you is continue to maintain to ensure you don't go. What did the doctor say to you when they gave you your results? What did they say to you quickly?
They told me my sugar is okay. Then my BP, my blood, my BP. They said is a little bit okay. That is not bad. But I told them that I've never had 130 before. That I used to have 170.
Okay. So far, it's not something you will start taking medication for at all. You just continue to monitor yourself, do exercise, choose the right food, and a lot of other things. Don't smoke, don't drink. If you're drinking, please start to cut down on drinks. If you're smoking, please, all the risk factors, start reducing things. If you're working in toxic areas, you should be mindful of your surrounding, be socializing with people, and so on. So far, I think you're fine in terms of your vital sign, your blood test results, and your BP. That's fine. All right, I would say go back to the page because we want to quickly, Dr. Temitope, if you allow me, family, I want to quickly play another video. This video, I'll play 2 videos. Tonight is all about feedback. Yeah, we are not really doing much of a training. Dr. Temitope is here to tell you the societal views and the correct responses we should give to people having dementia. Khadija is calling back. I will say, Khadija, please, let's play this video quickly. Fam, if you're watching, I want you to be very attentive. Dr. Temitope, I may need to take you, we'll go behind the page. I really do like us to always go behind the page.
For a long time, this disease was associated with witchcraft, a serious mistake since the elderly who behave strangely and lose their...
So if you can hear me, family, this is dementia. They're talking about dementia and how the society, especially our African people, see dementia as witchcraft. So please, listen attentively.
For a long time, this disease was associated with witchcraft, a serious mistake since the elderly who behave strangely and lose their memory are frequently suffering from a neurological disease. A recent study shows that Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia are progressing in Africa at the same rate as the aging of the population. In Zambia, an organization has taken up awareness-raising campaigns and hopes to draw the attention of the authorities to this condition and avoid the stigmatization of the patients. Report by Joshua Giri, our correspondent on site.
She picks oranges for her 3 grandchildren. Salome Piri, a retired civil servant living in Lusaka, Zambia, once lost her memory while driving in one of the city's suburbs.
I was coming from garden compound, so I was going to to Olympia Park trying to come to Chainama. Then on the way, I didn't know where I was. So I just stopped the car at a church, then parked there waiting for my memory to come back.
Loss of memory is one clear symptom of dementia, but in a society that is not aware about this condition, losing memory in public can have dire consequences for old people in Zambia. When members of the public see an old person wandering aimlessly or idling in a place where they are not known, they are often subjected to violent and verbal abuse on suspicion of practicing witchcraft. Rachel Shankwaya's mother suffered with dementia for a long time. Neighbors would often suspect that her mother was a witch because she behaved strangely and had difficulties eating.
You know, it was very traumatic, especially for me because I looked after her for 3 years. So each day you'd see her going down and she's not eating and you're wondering what's happening to her. And because of that, some people don't come to visit you. They are scared. Even the neighbors, they stopped even asking or coming to visit because they think she's got a mad woman. Some people would say she's a mad woman. Some people would say she's a witch also. So you are traumatized and you're also stigmatized.
Zambia has witnessed social media postings of old people being beaten or burnt to death on suspicion of practicing witchcraft.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's going to be elderly people who are behaving in a particular way, and because of our culture, our setup, it's the easiest explanation I think that people can come up with to say, if I find an elderly person walking around naked in the middle of the night, they must be a witch, not realizing that this is part of what happens in dementia. So people are accused of being witches, they get lost, they wander, they don't know who they are. So people are beaten up. We've heard stories of people being threatened to be burned, all sorts of very unpleasant stories, even people in some parts where they've been killed because of these accusations. So they bring that. Sometimes people are brought by Good Samaritans who just rescue them from crowds. They're brought by the police. So these are the stories we hear quite often. Family members neglect them, they abandon their relatives, and all because of witchcraft, to say, no, this is a witch, even if it's my relative, I can't take care of them, so they just abandon them.
Getting lost is what many people living with dementia experience, and the Alzheimer's disease and related dementia in Zambia wants the government and community to pay more attention to this condition so that old people with dementia are not killed on suspicion of practicing witchcraft.
Reports of witches in Kenya resulted in 11 people being burned to death. 8 women and 3 men were attacked by an angry mob and set on fire. The attacks took place in an area west of Kenya where suspicion of witchcraft runs deep. Police have drafted extra security forces into Kisii district to prevent revenge attacks.
Burned alive, the charred corpses of 11 elderly Kenyan villagers accused of practicing witchcraft. Neighbors described how a mob armed with a list of suspected witches descended on the village in western Kenya. Their victims, 8 women and 3 men, were set alight one by one.
Okay, all right. So, family, if you don't mind, I want to play another video. So the video I just played is a preamble to show you it's not just Nigeria. This is that we in African countries we are very notorious. I'm so sorry, but it's a fact that because we don't know what dementia is, all the adults, if you look at them, 11 elderly adults burnt alive. You see the woman that the mother trained, and she's now old, and she's now suffering from dementia. People are now saying she's mad, she's this. They don't come to see her at all. But thank God for the mother that is aware of what dementia is. The next video I'm going to play is very traumatic. I want to say, if you cannot bear to see certain things, I didn't really watch it, but I'm going to try and watch it now. It's very barbaric. You will see what they do to our old elderly mothers, all in the name of witchcraft. You will see the treatment that is being done on them. Let me just play it and stop talking too much. Dr. Temitope.
A video showing a Togolese priest torturing.
Okay, Dr. Temitope, once again, I'll take us behind the scene. Yeah.
A video showing a Togolese priest torturing 2 Ghanaian women at his camp has sparked anger among authorities in the northeast region. The 2 women from Sakogo in the East Mamprusi municipality were accused of being witches and forced to the camp to participate in a ritual test that will confirm or deny the allegations against them. The disturbing footage intercepted by Joy News showed the priest strangling the 2 women with a broom before dragging their bodies on the floor to force them to confess.
It all started with a pastor who held the so-called deliverance service last week in the community and in the process accused 2 women of being witches. This disturbing video you're about to see, intercepted by Joy News, showed the moment the 2 women arrived at the camp. In this camp, unlike in Gambaga, where only a foul is needed to determine the innocence or guilty of an accused person, the process is done differently, mostly through physical torture by the priest. Here, if a victim pleads guilty, she is immediately handed back to her accusers. On the other hand, if she pleads innocence, the priest must exact a confession from them by any means possible. In this case, both women maintain their innocence and so must participate in the ritual test. The first woman is made to face the shrine while on her knees. The priest appears from her back with 2 brooms which he binds together across her neck and presses firmly and hardly until she is almost unconscious and forced to confess. The woman is released immediately after the confession is exacted. The second accused appears, and the process is repeated on her. Samson Lar is a local expert in witchcraft. He's the current coordinator of the Gambaga Witches Camp. Hear his analysis of the video.
In the process to confirm whether the woman is really a witch or not is what you just saw. They use a broom, they talk to their ghosts, and they use the broom on you. If you are able to come out of it, it means you are not. But if the broom handles you, you could see in the video what they are doing to the women. Some almost even died. And that is when they will now ask you to say the truth and be free.
One of the women allegedly mentioned her sister's name when asked about her accomplices. The woman, however, refused to go to the camp, citing personal feud with her sister. Her refusal angered a section of the residents who stormed her house to attack her before she was timely rescued by the police. The woman is currently taking refuge in Nalergo.
Wrong. I am a Ghanaian and I love my country, but some cultural practices continue to dent the country's image, which comes female genital mutilation, the lynching of witches, and most of all, the primitive thinking that old age is synonymous with witchcraft. I can go on and on, but for the purpose of today's video, let's talk about Equia Dante, the 90-year-old woman who was accused of being a witch and beaten to death by a witch hunter while the entire community stood and watched. The incident, which is known as the Kafaba lynching, happened in the East Gonja municipality in the Savannah region on Thursday, July 23rd, 2020 in a small town called Kafaba. The entire community gathered to watch the priestess in action. It was going to be a great day, they thought. Well, if not for anything, the person responsible for the community's problems would be exposed. During the priestess' spiritual exercises, she pointed at 17 women to be the cause of the community's problem. These 17 women in their 80s and 90s were blamed to be the cause of the community's problems and they were forced to confess. The priestess dragged Ikuya from among the crowd and forced her to drink a concoction while the community stood and watched. The helpless 90-year-old woman drank the concoction which was forced down her throat, but that was not all. The exorcism would be the death of her. She was dragged on the bare ground for everyone to see. Then she was slapped and caned while she begged for mercy. The saddest part of this entire story for me is the fact that the entire community stood there while a helpless 90-year-old woman was being tortured to death. What happened to us? There is no humanity left in some of us, and the Kafaba incident is a confirmation of that. The torture continued while the people watched until Ikuya became unconscious, and guess what they did? They left her under the sun and went home. All of them. Well, other sources say after the torture, Ikuya was taken home where she died, but one thing remained the same: the torture killed her.
The torture killed her. The torture killed an 80-year-old woman also. Dr. Temitope. It's sad. It's sad. You see, people are saying 4 weeks, the same topic. And I'm saying, why not? Dr. Temitope, yes, it's obvious that our brain, you always talk about brain, Dr. Temitope. Every time you talk about brain, our brain, as you always say, is the most complex structure in the whole of the universe, the brain. And the most common misconception of dementia is that it is a normal process of aging. No, it is not. Yes, we will say that old age, as we have always said, increases the chance of people getting dementia. However, it's not all older people that get dementia. No. Yet, there have been a lot of people diagnosed as early onset of dementia, meaning they have got dementia as they're under the age of 65. They are young people, yet they have dementia. If we all know this, age is not, you must get old. Every one of us will get old. Why are our elderly adults being treated like this? Dr. Temitope, I want to pause a bit and I want to ask you this question. We've seen that dementia is synonymous with witchcraft, synonymous with madness in terms of the myths from the society. You see, just like the term witchcraft or madness, you see how the treatment from the people are being given to those people that may be suffering from dementia. The society don't understand it. Families don't. But they just bear with them because they've been with them. So they run away from them. They push off. They say, this is strange. This is a witch. Oh, I can't stand them. They see them, they run. But when these people go into the society, they are being lynched to death. You saw it. Or you're being picked. You're a witch because of your behavior or something you're doing. You're holding the community down. Some of them wander. They go into the water. They climb poles. They climb trees. They go to forests. You know, they just wander away. They catch them. Oh, why are you here? Some of them are naked. Oh, we caught you. You're doing some incantations. They lynch you to death. Dr. Temitope, my question to you is this. Tonight we've been showing a lot. We've been hearing a lot from people. What do you have to say to us in terms of societal responses to people suffering from dementia, especially our older adults, and in particular, the older women.
In our mind, always in my mind, my destiny is in my hand. Thank you very much, Los Angeles, and our wonderful audience. Happy people, very joyful people, progressive people, and very desirous to learn. And the people that indeed will become the needed agents of change. And please understand, tonight, all that Los Angeles wanted to know is the world revolves around you. The world revolves around you. The expectation of the society is very high. So the society will be demanding much from you. It is popularly said that the moment you know this much, then necessity, it is said, is the mother of invention. You are expected expediently to go and dissipate, share the knowledge very fast as your leg can carry you. Tell it to your friends. Tell it to those who are young and old. Bring or write poems about it. You can even make songs out of this. Tell them tales in the moonlight. Tell them things are changing. Los Angeles has taught you things that can save life, that you can be saved, and your neighbors can be saved, and the whole of African society can be saved. Listening and watching what those videos have shared with us, it is saddening, it is heart-aching, it is debasing, it is devaluing, it is very discouraging, denigrating. It doesn't add value to us as Africa. It doesn't give us applause. And if you ask me, it is consequential. It's because the level of literacy is very low. Our sense of judgment and value has been eroded. Tonight, I'm begging us, what should be the societal response is that, number one, we will take responsibilities for our actions. Okay? And we should be responsible for our actions. The older people in our society tells us how better Africa is. A society that has older people, it's promising that you too, you grow old one day. What a good future we are having ahead of us. That one day my father died at 94. He tells me that, oh good, I'm going to get old and possibly die at 150. And Los Angeles to maybe 160. And everyone here, 100 years plus. I want to believe, God, that nobody will die young in this platform. We will live to fulfill destiny. There is hope for every one of us. It's going to be great. The future is going to be bright. But if you and I refuses to act now, then we'll be held responsible for more evils that is going to be beholding African societies tomorrow. Our response should be that we will accept we've done wrong and that we will not continue to do what is wrong. We will amend our ways. We'll make things better. So we must take care of our elderly ones. We must value them. Of course, you know, I can share it with you authoritatively on the basis of knowledge. You see, if you look at it, children are tender. Their capacity is low. Their body organs and tissues are developing. The cells are few. So their understanding is low, be it from the cognitive, affective, or the psychomotor domain. And what do? We forbear with them. We understood with them. We lived with them with wisdom. We accommodated their very deficiency because they are tender. Please understand, as we're growing older, we're also invariably becoming younger again. We're becoming children. All right? And what do we need to learn? We must also live with them with wisdom. We must understand the peculiarities of this age. Please show them love. Show them care. Do not judge them. Remember, whatever you do to others, they will do to you. Whatever, in any way, in any form, you offer to others will be offered to you. When you grow old, how would you want to be treated? How would you want people to judge you? Now, it's a function of karma. It's a function of nemesis. It's a function of retribution. Don't allow that karma to catch you. Tell it to everyone. Now, how do you explain this? Let's come home. The African society, one, is a multi-religious society. That's okay. It's a multi-ethnic nationality. It's a multilingual society. It's a society that is filled with so many traditions, many culture, variation of thought. We respect each. Therefore, the concept of spiritism is actually part of our culture. If, for instance, your emphasis is on wizardry, witchcraft, spiritism, and all of that, please, I need to educate everyone on this platform. Please come home and learn. Come and sit down and learn. I taught this in the classroom. We call it spirituality. We have different symbols. We have different languages. We have different things we'll introduce and we do when it comes to that. Please let me make it very clear. If your culture so much exalts that, you have no basis to judge the people wrongly. Why? It is obvious that many of us as Africans believes that our fathers, our mothers, our relatives are the sources of our failures or retrogression or lack of progress. Please, all these things must stop. It must stop. It must stop. Do not allow your younger, tender children tomorrow to accuse you the same. Now, if, for instance, you assume that because the aged ones are seen today as witchcraft, as wizards, you may have so many narratives, many history, many historical antecedents, and then you use that as a claim. Can I ask you to pause a little? That is not the justification for killing the older ones. That is not a justification for malhandling them. Again, when it comes to the issue of dementia, please, I want to beg us. It has nothing to do with spiritisms. It has nothing to do with witchcraftry. It has nothing to do with wizardry. It has nothing to do with all of this, what people call barbaric. You are allowing people to give us a name. Please, I'm begging us. Okay, can you learn from other civilized societies? Look at how their elderly takes joy. Even to enter a car, they don't pay for it. When they enter public transports, and even when they go to certain facilities, they are offered free. They are kept and cared for. Don't you desire a happy ending in life? This is a wonderful family. This is a wonderful society. Rather, in Africa, we have a different perspective. Can we correct it today? So the responses of the society is not acceptable. It's not a fair judgment. We need a reorientation. We need to re-establish facts. We need to help build our society. Let me pause a little because those videos sincerely was almost going to make me emotionally unstable. I felt, wow, this can be my mother. This can be my father. It can be any of my older ones. And the treatment was unhealthy. Look at the way the other woman was hitting her head. Look at gray hair everywhere. Don't you want to grow old? But why are you bringing judgment upon yourselves? Thank you very much, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor. You said a lot. I want to take one or two more calls quickly. I think we have a family member that has been trying to reach us. Let me see. Let me see if she's going to pick. Then Chi Chi, you were calling. You may need to call again. Let me hear what you want to. Yes. Hello. Can you please introduce? Can you please introduce yourself to the family, please?
Hello, I'm Chinazam.
Yeah, speak loudly, please, so they can hear you. Thank you, Chinazam.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear you. Chinazam, quickly, because I'm looking at the time. Time is not on our side. Chi Fidel, let's finish with Chinazam, then we'll speak to you, please. Continue, Chinazam. You wanted to share your story. Can you quickly share your story, please?
Okay, I wanted to talk about my mom, even not for this talk show. I wouldn't have known that what she had was dementia.
Okay.
And she passed out 2019. That was June 2nd, 2019.
Yeah.
So
speak
when she
louder.
passed
Speak
out-
louder, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but now, yeah.
Okay, before she passed out, she went through some series of, how would I put it? Like she was diabetic, she was hypertensive, then she now had stroke.
Oh.
So all these things were just so complicated. And when we went to the hospital, we were expecting them to at least admit her and treat her. They asked us to go home. So several times we are coming to the hospital, they keep giving us different excuses, different diagnoses, telling us, look at what this woman is passing through. At the time, they said that she had ulcer, gastric ulcer, that she can eat everything that she wants to eat. They keep packing drugs for us. So at the time, she said telling me things about the siblings, that the siblings, most of them passed through the same thing. They were about 10 of them.
Can I ask you what in particular made you think she had dementia, even when the doctors could not diagnose?
Okay. It was this talk show that brought my mind to know that was what she really went through. Because I'm hearing dementia, but I didn't know how deep it was. When we were in Enugu, if you want to go to hospital, she will not agree to go. She'll be very angry. She won't want to even come out from the bed. Let me bathe her. I was when I was bathing her, feeding her, brushing her, taking care of her. If you want to go and bathe her, she'll be angry, like she'll want to hit me. I should leave her. She doesn't want to go anywhere. That we should leave her, let her stay. Sometimes she will just dress up and be like she wants to go out of the gate. My dad will be like, lock the gate though, because we had a doctor in our street that got lost. And they have to put his poster that this man had dementia and the children cannot find him, that he just wandered away.
Oh.
So everybody in my house got scared that this woman that is behaving like this might
Does your
go out of somebody who knows where she went.
Does your grandmom recognize you guys?
My mom.
Your mom,
my
sorry.
direct mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
yes,
you're with
not
her.
really, not all the time. Not all the time. Like for me, sometimes she'll be like, are you Chinazam? No, I should go and call Nazamwa for her.
Oh.
And she said, I'll be like, it's me now. She said, no, I don't look like her. I should go and call her. Sometimes she will pass her back that she wants to go to the next compound. I said, Mommy, and you are her? She said, no. That sometimes she will spit on the tile. I'll be like, you will follow. She said, I'm spitting outside now. Why is I sitting on the tile? she'll be like, don't talk to me again before I will beat you. Where's my stick? Something like that.
She was going
so
back to memory lane.
Exactly. I'll be like, my mom has never been this aggressive. She never wanted to fight anybody. So what is going on? We went to hospital. I still went to the doctor. She said that she'll be fine and nothing's wrong with her. Like it's the tool that is affecting her. We went to a machine that usually check her head and all those things that they put her into.
How old was your mom when she started?
She was 60.
60. Wow, it was quite early. However, Chinazam, there are certain things you mentioned. You said she had, let me call out some high risk. I know you mentioned certain things. Some of the high risk for dementia is definitely age, but she was quite 60, which is quite earlier. And high blood pressure is one of the high risks for dementia. Is an umbrella term, remember. So it depends on the disease or the form of dementia that she has. High blood sugar, I think I heard you talk about diabetes as well. Being overweight or obese, these are some of the high risk.
She was not, no.
Yeah,
she was not
I know you mentioned,
overweight.
there is something you mentioned, Chinazam. You said she had diabetes, she's hypertensive, she had stroke, and she was always falling. Yeah. In fact, any infract to the head, any blockage of blood flow can also lead to that. High blood pressure can also, we've talked about this. I don't want us to go back into talking about causes of different diseases or things in us that can give, but just to highlight that the stroke enough. We don't know how many times she has had infracts, TIAs. These are some strokes you don't see. Before she had a stroke, you were able to see. And what does stroke do? It limits blood flow to the brain. And what does blood flow to the brain cause? It causes the nerve damage. Cells starts to die. The neurons starts to die. So what happened? Then they will start losing their memory, depending again on the area it was affected. Chinazam, thank you for your story. Is there any other thing you want to add before I continue? Because I think Chichi
she told me the story about her elder sibling that passed out.
Okay.
That she always goes out to the marketplace and be causing troubles, and they will always call them to come and bring the sister back.
Wow.
So when she passed out, she almost stayed 2 days in the house. Nobody saw her because she would enter the house and she would lock the door.
Wow.
So when she entered the house, she locked the door. That day, nobody saw her. Nobody saw. They had to break it down. I found out that she has been dead long time and nobody noticed it.
Wow, Jesus! Thank you,
nobody noticed, but she had issue with the husband. So when her own now started, I was scared. I was like, when you recover, I'll tell you all these things all these things that you have been doing. I didn't know she wasn't going to make it actually.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much for also trying to relate that some family members also had dementia or had the symptoms of dementia. Part of, just to say, I know she mentioned one is enough. Remember, family, one is enough. One is enough. Any obstruction, some of them is like your cholesterol, fatty things in your blood, any blood clots, any proteins in the brain, a lot of things can lead to dementia, but one is enough to obstruct and damage, block some blood flow. And when more than 2 diseases affect the brain, and if it also impacts on your regular everyday activity, then honestly speaking, that is dementia. I want to say, in addition to high blood pressure, in addition to diabetes, in addition to being overweight or obese, in addition to smoking, in addition to drinking too much alcohol, I want you to hear this. In addition to not being physically active, in addition to being socially isolated, in addition to having depression. Sometimes your depression, until and unless you rule out that this is a depression based that can be treated, not depression from, that can lead to dementia. In addition to, social isolation, we've talked about it. Sometimes cognitive inactivity. Some of us, we don't want to bother to develop our brain. We need to do a whole lot. Before I continue, let me play this video, a very just 30 seconds video. Then I'll take the call from Chichi. Then we'll conclude. We'll hear from Dr. Temitope. Let's play this video once again. Okay, I want to do it this way.
Now, when last did you do your medical checkup?
It has been long.
Like,
Very long.
what year?
Up to 4 or 5 years now.
Wow! Why?
I'm not sick.
Really?
Yes.
Family, please, if you have not done your checkup, go straight to the hospital and do your checkup. I tell you, and keep following on In Our Mind talk show every day to be updated about what is happening. Remember, your health is your wealth. I remember my humble self, Chintok.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Basically, where is Dr. Temitope? Where is Dr. Temitope? Yes, basically, I just showed this because of the importance of the health check. We have on the line now Chichi Fidel. Chichi Fidel, quickly, do you want to talk to us why you called? Another caller is coming in. Quickly, Chichi.
Yes. Yeah. Good evening in our mind farms. Good evening, Dr. Temitope, and good evening, Nurse Angel. What do I want to talk about? Many people have been talking about dementia, but I want to talk about the medical check.
Yes, which is
the Nurse Angel medical check. I want to testify about my husband, because my husband is one man that doesn't want to go to the hospital, even if he's sick. When he's sick, I need to call the whole family. My husband wants to die. He doesn't want to go to hospital at all. Every family member needs to call him before he will go to hospital. And if he goes to hospital, once he takes his medicine, 1, 2, 3, he's done. He said he's okay, he's well. He doesn't want to take again. But this medical check actually made my husband to dress up one morning and say, babe, I need to go and do my medical check. I was dancing. I said, you want to go for your medical check? Nurse Angel, you do this word. I was so happy. We went to the hospital. My husband was patient enough to wait for his turn. When he gets to the hospital, once it's 1 hour, they are not attending to him. He said, babe, let's go. I can't be waiting. I will get sick here. We waited for his turn. They checked him for his BP. The fasting sugar, they said we need to come the next day. And he was patient enough. We went home. In the morning, my husband woke up as early as 5 or 6 just to dress up because he wants to do his test by 8. He woke up. He said, babe, I'm settled. Let's start going. They said I should come by 8. I said, Oh, Nurse Angel must get awards for this thing that he has done. For my husband to wake up early just to go to the hospital. And he went by himself, unlike me not following him, maybe to just ginger, to calm him down. He went there, he did the test. Yesterday, he went to go and pick it up. I'm testifying because, trust me, in our mind is doing the most. You're actually doing a wonderful job. For you to be able to make my husband to go to hospital by himself, not being forced, not being even the way he's taking his medicine now. I'm just like, Mr. Man.
So when you say the way he's taking his medicine now, did he discover anything in the medical checkup?
Yeah, sure. His BP was high. Yeah. So he was placed on drugs. So he's taking it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think I'll let you go, Chichi. His BP was high and he's currently placed on medication and he's taking it judiciously. Amazing. If we have to save just one person, Dr. Temitope, I think one is a lot. Honestly, I have a lot of questions. I'll just look at a couple of them. Tonight is just an essay. You write essay. It's not a question and answer session. It's to hear testimonies from you. But I see someone ask, Madeline, she said, is there, I think she wants to know whether there is cure for dementia. I will say quickly, no. There is currently no cure for dementia, Madeline. All the trial drugs so far have failed to stop dementia. If there was cure for dementia, Madeline, no one, especially here in the United Kingdom, will be suffering from dementia. It's not possible. UK, oh Jesus, they will provide it massively and they will treat it. Currently, there is no cure for people living with dementia. However, Madeline, I will say that changing what you eat, adopting a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy food, adopting a healthy lifestyle can lower your risk of having dementia. Again, if you're able to discover at an early onset, we have some medication, early onset, that can slow it. It won't stop it. It will slow it down. We have support. As I said, in the case, if you meet them, if you are able to discover it early in the disease, we can help manage the symptoms. You understand? So healthy lifestyle is extremely important. Eating healthy diet, looking for this Mediterranean diet that is plant-based. We have plant-based food, vegetables, fruits, herbs, nuts, beans, whole grain. You can't go wrong if you eat healthy food. Exercises, a whole lot of lifestyles can help you prevent, especially like health check. If it's the vascular kind of dementia, there are some dementia that you can actually prevent, and there are some that you can't. If it's like the one attached to genetics, the proteins that they don't know where it came from. But if you're eating healthy, if you're checking your risk of diabetes, if you're checking your blood pressure, if you're taking care of yourself, exercising and a whole lot of things, you can actually prevent or, in best way, delay having dementia. But for now, currently as we speak, no, dementia has no cure. Can exercise prevent you from having dementia? As if you heard what I just said. As I said, healthy lifestyle, all packaged together. Cognitive exercise, physical exercise, eating, a whole lot of things can help slow down, make your cardiovascular system active, pumping the blood to the next neurons, all the cells, supplying it blood. That is why we say be healthy. Eat food that don't have a lot of fatty starch deposits that will cause plaques, that can make a lot of, that can stop and prevent your arteries from easy blood flow. Check your food. What you eat is what you are. Obesity, smoking, drinking excessively, all those things can affect. I've said it before, I'm just repeating it. Exercise is good. is good, but we can't say if exercise alone. Adopting a healthy lifestyle, including exercise, can help. I think Dr. Temitope, your light is gone. Hopefully we'll see you. Then what's the first call? Okay, I think this is not a question. Dementia is something that I pray not to have. Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any. But my question is it only old people that? No, we said it a million times. No, it's not just old people that suffer dementia. Yes, old age is a high risk for dementia, but not only old people suffer dementia. We have early onset. Check yourself. That's what I can say. Dr. Temitope, I think we need to go. Tonight, we have been able to hear from you to say, because as I say, we need to stop the training. That's good. I see light. We can see you. We need to stop the training and find out where people are. How is their understanding, Doctor? Professor, you know you're a classroom lecturer. We want to check their understanding. And are they ready? Are they ready for dementia outreach and sensitization? Because we will have IOM outreach, dementia outreach. Because we need to sensitize people. Enough is enough. You can't keep slaughtering our old people. The 90-year-old woman, the older people they picked as witches, they want them to confess. They strangled them to die or confess. I don't understand. Listen, the next time we are going to look into in-depthly on how to live with someone with dementia. But we looked today at society. Please, please, stop the killing. Stop the killing. Dr. Temitope, let's hear from you, then we dance and close.
In our mind, always in my mind, my destiny is in my hand. Please, can you then apply the knowledge here? Think about the next person close to you.
Thank you.
Preoccupy your thoughts, your sense of imagination and reasoning around the people around you and those in your place of work. Share the idea with them.
Yeah.
And again, to every member of your family, all the members there, and understand again that your destiny, your future, the probability of living healthier, the probability of excelling, surviving, and having a healthier society is in your hand.
Correct.
Make do of it. Make do of it. So please, if there's anything Nurse Angel have encouraged you to learn, is 3 things. Number 1, that dementia is not only affecting the old age people. It affects all ages, but it's very peculiar, it's prevalent, it's more among the ages. And the reason is simple. As you grow older, remember the wear and tear. The body tissue responds and reduces in capacity and function. And again, she gave a good example on the issue of doing exercises. She's asking you to increase oxygen supply to the heart and then to the brain in order to overcome certain challenges that can actually result into accumulation of unnecessary materials around the heart or the head and reduce the amount of oxygen that is supplied to the head or to the heart. All right, hypoxia. Now let's look at this again. Remember, dementia affects all age categories, but more prevalent among the aged. Number 2, she wants you to learn that if you have little challenges recalling certain incidents or memory to recall certain events, does not absolutely mean a dementia. All right, but the moment is beginning to alter or affect your daily lifestyle, is beginning to change, is beginning to make you suffer certain disadvantages due to such persistent loss of memory, the dementia has set in. Number three, very importantly, what she's also asking you to learn is that you have a role to play as a member of the society. Now that you know what dementia is, there are many types of dementia, and then there are courses you may wish to learn, which has been treated much before now, is that please, you have a duty. Now that I'm seeing something like an outreach, I think it should be a national outreach. Nos Angel outreach in the whole of Africa. Let's call on the presidents. Let's make them ambassadors. Let's call them ambassadors of this outreach. Let's reach out to the Minister of Health, both for federal and state, the state governors, the members of the parliament. Let them understand. They also, of course, looking at what we call the life cycle. Now, for the aged, beginning from 60 to above 90, they are in that category too. They should be careful to know this. This is a daily activity we must begin to do now. Let's ring the bell, let's sing it out, let's shout it loud. Let everybody know that we should stop killing our old ones. Take them as people that sincerely needs your help, and you will soon get into their shoe. Nos Angel, we're so glad, we're happy. It's a privilege, and money cannot buy this. Words cannot express how much we're grateful to you too. Sincerely, we're learning and we're adding value to ourselves. Our society is becoming better. Thank you very much, Los Angel.
Thank you, sir. You've said it all. I don't think I have to say much. Just stand up, let us dance. Please, let's dance, because sometimes after this emotional play of lynching our elderly, we need to really dance. Don't worry, we can see you. Stand up, sir. Let's dance. Yes! Yes, yes, yes.
Aha, Orisha family. Okobami, Okobajo, Obodo, Okada I, Yobi I. And I've been 10 years in this game, but I'm still on my grind. What we do before you leave me, get over your man. But there might be no one alone, so you lose your mind. Put the my money. I don't buy it from my nation. From my nation, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Where you want to go? I don't ask you. Find me. I don't mind that for anybody. I'm the owner of them body. I don't know that. I'm the owner for that body. I'm the owner of them body. But in the day, when I did also for my money, but also for my leisure, to Miami. I did my first everything. If I can spend my money everywhere, I keep it. Don't go there, baby. Stop up. And if you don't see it, you go chop it off. She found the Bangali. Bí mo ṣe ń pawó, Ọlọ́run mi làbò mi. Nígbà tó gbogbo Olúwa ṣẹ́gun, nígbà tó jìnnà Olúwa ṣìnà, nígbà tó rọ̀ tá mi ní. Àdúrà dàgbà. Àtàtà ilé ìwé fún sọ́jà, àwọn ti tẹ̀rọ àbòsọ. Dàbá mi kí n máa fọ́jà, kí n máa sọ́jà. Everybody, I'm the owner of them body, baby. I'm the owner of them body. I'm the owner of them body. Okay, I'm the my money. I don't like just go Malaysia. From Malaysia, I go Yankee. What do you want to do? I don't do. I go. Where you want to go? I don't pass. I go. Yeah. If you still out me and Google and said she was find me. You know me girl. And if you are new in the game, make it go pay your tithes. She can't find my people for the shit. She must have a baba. And she knows she want you, she don't know that to do that. She want you. But tell you the baby again. When I am hard, you are body. Welcome to my nation, to my nation, to my I'm not going to say you know, you know, that's why I'm on the everywhere that you go. No more carrying, stop up the ball, and if you don't see my way, you're going
Wow. I think we have really exhausted. Yes! Lala Joy, it's been a long time. Don't worry about it. No, we can't talk about dementia. Yeah? Let's see. Oh, Zit is my sweetheart. Aminat, say thank you all, IOM family. And Madeline, that thanks to network, like Tinubu is really working. Yes, Chinazan, I saw some of the questions you were asking. Who touched on it? Please remember to ask next time. I think we have to close. So I will end by saying, in our mind is definitely in my mind. You know it. And your destiny is definitely in your hands. No one else. So keep, like Professor has said, all we are doing on this platform is to get you to spread the good news. Spread the news. Dementia is not old age. Old age is not dementia. Our elderly people suffering from dementia are not witches. They are ill. It's the diseases that is making them to wander, to get lost, not to know what they're saying. You ask them, are you witches? Are you the one killing me? They say yes. Please don't kill them. There can't be witch in old age. Please save our elderly ones. Please love. Save our elderly ones and love them. Please love them. Let's love them. Do not kill them. Please don't kill our elderly ones. That you don't know what is wrong with somebody don't mean you should kill. If you kill, you are a murderer. If you kill, you are a murderer. Stop murdering, please. Let's save Nigeria. Please, let's save our elder ones. Please, let's save Africa. Please, let's save the universe. Please, stop lynching people that are sick. They are not witchcraft. It is dementia. Dr. Temitope, your closing statement and we go.
In our mind, always in my mind. As I repeat it frequently, it gives me life. It makes me healthier. And that my destiny is in my hand. Please hold me responsible tomorrow if I do anything contrary to what I explain on this platform. And if I find you, a member of this platform, doing contrary wise, I would hold you responsible. I'm not going to be your advocate, not at all. We all have a role to play. Let's hold ourselves responsible. We can make the society a better place to be. Please, you are the best tonight. Sleep well. Dream happy dreams. Good night.
Bye. I like that. I will take good care of grandma. Ola, Doyimbu. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.